Spring is officially here. Summer is not that far behind, which means one thing. Well, a lot of things. Wear your sunscreen. You know, for a lot of people, finding the right sunscreen can be really difficult. Some are too greasy, some make your skin break out. So what type is best for your skin? My skin, OG skin, Hazel, Dan. This morning we have dermatologist Dr. Naana Boakye to explain everything. I just want to use whatever you're using because that skin is fantastic.
Thank you, Marisol. You know, I'm so glad that you're highlighting this. This is such an important topic because everyone should wear sunscreen daily, regardless of their skin type.
And regardless of the season, correct? Because we were saying don't just wait until it's the summer where you live. You should be wearing it in the winter. So let's go through some that you've highlighted. Now, I've seen Supergoop. I'm not ready to co-sign. It's a mineral sunscreen, and OG, apparently that's what OG uses. So tell us about Supergoop. Why this one?
Okay, for sure. So mineral sunscreens are sunscreens that contain zinc, titanium, or a combination of the two. They scatter ultraviolet light, and sometimes the larger particles scatter visible light. But this is a great sunscreen for sensitive skin patients. And what's nice about this particular sunscreen is that it has glycerin, aloe vera, squalene, so it's super hydrating as well.
I like this, the mineral situation. And for sensitive skin, I like that one. I like that one. Okay, I'm keeping track. Next, you have a sunscreen that's good for your skin for those of us who have rosacea or acne prone.
Yeah, so let me explain what acne and rosacea is. These are inflammatory conditions where there's a little bit of redness. Sometimes you have these pimple-like lesions. So it's really important to look for a sunscreen that is oil-free and non-comedogenic. So long word, that means it doesn't cause acne. But these patients, or sorry, these individuals also, sorry, I think I'm in the clinic. These individuals also suffer from pimple-like lesions or redness, and so they have hyperpigmentation, and so they have an ingredient called niacinamide. So everyone should turn the bottle over and look for niacinamide because it's a vitamin that helps with redness, it helps with hyperpigmentation, so it's anti-inflammatory, so it's a win-win.
I love this. Very important to look at the turn the bottle around, turn everything around. See, look under the hood. Look under the hood.
Yep.
This next sunscreen you have piqued my interest because I take a probiotic every day with a glass of water, but there's actually a sunscreen that has a probiotic. How does that help us?
Yeah, so this is a chemical sunscreen. So chemical sunscreen have filters that absorb UV light. And what's nice about this chemical sunscreen is that it's a moisturizer and a sunscreen. So those who have that busy lifestyle, this is like a combo for you, which is what I like. And also, in addition to the probiotics, it also has some ceramides, so it helps moisturize your skin too.
Okay, I like that. Ceramides. I like all the ides that help me.
Yes.
Lastly, you have a sunscreen with melanated tint. Am I saying that correctly? What is a melanated?
Yeah, so melanated-rich skin tones. So so melanated-rich skin tones are prone to visible hyperpigmentation due to visible light, and visible light is like 40% of the sunlight. So imagine that. So all those who have a little extra melanin, you are prone to hyperpigmentation. Plus your skin tends to be drier. So I formulated this sunscreen for Naomi Osaka and our community because I wanted to protect against the visible light, but I also wanted to make sure that it was infused with moisturizing ingredients such as jojoba oil and antioxidants to fight off the environment.
I'm just name drop. I designed this with Naomi Osaka. I'm just going to drop that on me like that. Now, in all seriousness, what do you use? What type of skin do you have? I always like asking the expert what they use. So what do you use?
Sure. So I have combination skin, and so I use a little bit of everything. So I use the Kinlo line that I formulated. I also use the chemical sunscreen by La Roche-Posay. So the key is I'm using sunscreen. Whether it's a mineral-based sunscreen or a chemical sunscreen, I'm using sunscreen every single day, regardless of what's going on outside. I do want to educate everybody out there that when you want to protect your face, your neck, and your ears, it's 2 finger lengths, okay? That protects that. You want to make sure you reapply your sunscreen every 2 hours when you're outdoors. Get a wide brim hat, get your sunglasses, make sure you're wearing those protective clothing. That's how you stay protected.
And do you use the same, that's fantastic, 2 finger lengths you said? For the
2 finger lengths.
Okay. Are we using the same sunscreen on our face as our body, or should we be using different?
You can. You know, the key is just making sure you put the proper amount on. So that's the key thing.
Okay, I'm told by my partner, who's a neuroscientist, that 20 minutes
Oh,
of just the sun is good because we don't get enough vitamin D. To which you say,
yes. You know, so that it's like a double-edged sword,
right?
right? Yes, we want to get vitamin D from the UV light, but you could also supplement with a lot of vitamin D rich foods.
Oh,
Okay. But so maybe after 4 p.m. when the sun is
got
not
it.
so strong, you could get a little extra sun, but you know what? You can still wear your hat. You just
Right,
have to expose a little bit of your arm to get those
to
vitamin
get the vitamin
D
D. Okay.
pathways going.
I love
Hmm.
this. You have been so much fun to talk to, so informative. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. We appreciate your
Of course.
time. And if you at home missed any of the top picks, this list is also on pix11.com right now.